02:47 a.m., 6 Kinzhal hypersonic missiles inbound to Kyiv. Launch detected from MiG-31K interceptors over Russian airspace. Ukrainian air defense networks light up immediately. Patriot batteries across the capital region activate. Radar systems track incoming threats. Speed exceeds Mach 10. Time to impact, 4 minutes. This is what Skyfall Warfare covers. Hypersonic warfare at the edge of interception capability. American Patriot systems versus Russian Kinzhal missiles. Billion-dollar defense technology against unstoppable warheads. Outcome uncertain. First missile screams toward downtown Kyiv. Patriot Battery Alpha fires 2 interceptors. Tracking solution achieved. Engagement window, 3 seconds. First interceptor connects. Massive explosion at 30,000 feet. Kinzhal destroyed. Debris rains across northern suburbs. Patriot proves it can kill hypersonics. But 5 more missiles still incoming. Second Kinzhal targets government quarter. Patriot Battery Bravo engages. Single interceptor launched. Computer calculates intercept probability at 68%. Missile climbs. Warhead descends. Intersection point computed. Impact. Second Kinzhal eliminated. 2 down, 4 remaining. Time to impact for third missile, 90 seconds. Third Kinzhal breaks toward residential district, different trajectory. Patriot Battery, Charlie fires. Interceptor climbs. Kinzhal maneuvers during terminal phase. Tracking solution degrades. Interceptor misses by 200 meters. Kinzhal impacts apartment complex. Fireball visible across the city. Building collapse immediate. Casualties unknown but certainly significant. First penetration confirmed. Air defense leaked. Fourth missile approaches. Patriot Battery Delta already firing. 2 interceptors allocated. First interceptor tracks successfully. Engagement altitude 25,000 feet. Impact confirmed. Fourth Kinzhal destroyed on final second before impact zone. Fragments scatter across industrial area. Close call. Too close. Fifth and sixth missiles remain. Tracking shows coordinated timing. Both will arrive simultaneously. Patriot batteries overwhelmed. Must split coverage. Battery Echo targets 5th missile. Battery Foxtrot engages 6th. Skyfall Warfare watches both engagements unfold. 5th missile tracked by Echo battery. Interceptor fires. Climb rate adequate. Terminal guidance active. Kinzhal and interceptor converge. Contact. Explosion. 5th missile destroyed. Success. 6th missile status unclear. Battery Foxtrot fired 1 interceptor. Radar shows engagement, but no confirmed destruction. Uncertainty in combat chaos. 10 seconds later, massive explosion downtown Kyiv. 6th Kinzhal found its target. Impact near main railway station. Massive infrastructure damage. Secondary explosions follow. Fires visible from across the city. The Kinzhal barrage results. 2 hypersonic missiles penetrated Patriot defenses. 2 apartment buildings hit. Railway infrastructure destroyed. Hundreds of casualties estimated. 4 Kinzhals intercepted, successfully demonstrating Patriot capability against hypersonics, but revealing the system cannot maintain perfect defense under saturation attack conditions. What caused the most damage? A. Ballistic missiles. B. Cruise missiles. C. Drones. Russian Ministry of Defense confirms strike within 1 hour. Claims all targets hit successfully. Video release showing MiG-31K launches. Propaganda emphasizes unstoppable hypersonic capability. Ukrainian officials counter with intercept confirmation. 4 destroyed proves defense viability. Western military analysts note mixed results. Patriot performed well under extreme conditions. 4 out of 6 intercepts against Mach 10 targets, but 2 got through. Civilian casualties mount. Rescue operations ongoing. Ukrainian air defense doctrine faces reality check. Patriot systems work, but inventory limited. Each interceptor costs millions. Russia has more Kinzhals than Ukraine has Patriot missiles. Attritional mathematics favor the attacker. Every barrage depletes defensive reserves. Skyfall Warfare sees the strategic problem. Ukraine cannot sustain this exchange rate indefinitely. Western resupply helps, but production rates too slow. Russia, meanwhile, manufactures Kinzhals continuously. Escalation favors offense over defense. New strike wave confirmed. More launches detected. Russian bombers airborne again. Next barrage loading. Ukraine scrambles additional Patriot batteries into position, repositioning for maximum coverage. But movement creates radar gaps. Windows of vulnerability. Russian intelligence tracks Patriot locations. Every engagement reveals battery positions. Electronic signatures captured. Next strike will target the defenders. At 04:12 a.m., Russian Iskander missiles launched toward known Patriot sites. Not hypersonic, but still dangerous. Ukrainian operators receive warning. Battery. Charlie begins relocation. Too late. Iskander missiles arrive faster than anticipated. First Iskander impacts near Battery Charlie position. Direct hit on radar unit. Explosion destroys tracking capability. Second Iskander hits launcher vehicle. Patriot battery neutralized. Ukraine loses critical air defense asset. Cost, approximately $1 billion in equipment. Strategic cost, gap in Kyiv air defense umbrella. Russia trades cheap Iskanders for expensive Patriots. Economic warfare through mutual destruction. Skyfall Warfare documents the exchange. One Patriot battery destroyed, 2 others damaged but operational. 3 remain fully functional. Coverage decreases immediately. Protective dome develops holes. Future attacks will exploit these gaps. Ukrainian commanders face impossible choices. Defend Kyiv or defend eastern cities. Protect civilians or protect infrastructure. Limited resources demand prioritization. Every decision leaves something vulnerable. Russian planners understand this dilemma. Escalation alert. New strike wave confirmed. More launches detected. Dawn brings fresh horror. Additional Kinzhal launches detected at 05:34 a.m. 4 missiles this time. Smaller barrage, but still deadly. Remaining Patriot batteries engage immediately. First Kinzhal intercepted successfully. Second Kinzhal also destroyed. Third missile approaches from unexpected vector. Patriot radar struggles with tracking solution. Intercept attempt fails. Third Kinzhal impacts power substation. Electricity grid takes a major hit. Blackout spread across Kyiv. Fourth missile targeted at water treatment facility. Patriot battery makes desperate engagement. Last interceptor fired. Successful impact. Fourth Kinzhal destroyed. Total barrage results. 2 penetrations, 2 intercepts. Defense degrading under sustained pressure. Ukrainian officials report widespread damage. Power outages affecting millions. Water service interrupted. Transportation networks damaged. Medical facilities operating on generators. Casualties from multiple impacts still being counted. Rescue operations complicated by continued alert status. Russia may strike again any moment. Skyfall Warfare examines casualties. Initial reports indicate 74 dead. Numbers will rise, hundreds injured. Apartment building collapse alone killed dozens. Railway station blast added more. Power substation impact killed workers on site. Every missile that penetrates claims lives. Defense is never perfect. Some always get through. International reaction swift but predictable. Western nations condemn Russian strikes on civilians. Promise additional aid. More Patriot systems pledged, but delivery takes weeks. Ukraine bleeds now. Diplomatic statements cannot intercept hypersonic missiles. Military hardware en route, but not yet arrived. Meanwhile, the barrage continues. Which system failed first? A. Patriot. B. S-300C radar network. Answer is C. Radar network could not maintain perfect tracking on all hypersonic targets simultaneously. Patriot launchers performed well when radar provided solid solutions. But terminal phase maneuvering by some Kinzhals degraded tracking quality. Electronic warfare possibly played a role. Russian jammers active during strikes. Some interference noted. Patriot radar operators reported intermittent signal degradation. This contributed to missed intercepts. Technology warfare layered beneath kinetic warfare. Both sides employing full-spectrum capabilities. Ukrainian air defense learns hard lessons. Hypersonic missiles demand perfect execution. Margin for error measured in milliseconds. Single tracking glitch equals penetration. Systems must function flawlessly under combat stress. Reality proves messier than training scenarios. Equipment performs to spec, but war creates chaos. Operators fatigued from constant alerts. Maintenance rushed. Ammunition supplies concerning. Everything degrades under sustained operations. Russia, meanwhile, refines tactics. Each barrage provides data. Which approaches work best? Which vectors cause tracking problems? Where defenses concentrate? Pattern analysis guides future strikes. Adaptive warfare in real time. Both sides learning and evolving. Skyfall Warfare watches the adaptation cycle. Morning damage assessment reveals scope. 6 impact sites across Kyiv. 2 residential buildings partially collapsed. 1 railway station heavily damaged. 1 power substation destroyed. 1 water facility impacted. 1 industrial zone hit. Infrastructure damage estimated at $300 million. Casualty count rises to 93 dead. 412 injured. Numbers continue climbing. Search and rescue ongoing. Some victims still trapped in rubble. Time running out for survivors. Every hour decreases survival chances. Ukrainian military analyzes intercept performance. 4 Kinzhals destroyed from first barrage. Good ratio, but insufficient. 2 penetrations caused catastrophic damage. Second barrage saw 2 more penetrations. Overall intercept rate 70%. Mathematically acceptable. Strategically inadequate. Cannot sustain civilian casualties at this rate. Political pressure mounts. Population demands better protection. Government promises enhanced defenses. But physics and economics limit options. Is air defense collapse inevitable here? Comment Y or N. Evidence suggests partial collapse already occurring. Not total failure, but degrading capability. Each engagement depletes missile inventory. Battery losses reduce coverage. Maintenance burden increases. Crew fatigue accumulates. Slow degradation rather than sudden collapse. Death by 1,000 cuts. Ukraine requests emergency ammunition resupply. Western allies respond positively. Patriot missiles allocated from Allied stockpiles. Delivery timeline uncertain. Days or weeks. Ukraine must survive until resupply arrives. Russia knows this. Timing matters. Strike now while defense is weakened. International military observers note precedent being set. Hypersonic missiles employed against modern air defenses. Real combat data emerging. Patriot can intercept Kinzhals, but not perfectly, not every time. Salvo sizes matter. Saturation tactics work. Lessons applicable to future conflicts. Taiwan watches carefully. So does South Korea. Everyone with Patriot systems studies Ukrainian results. Chinese military analyzes implications for their own hypersonic programs. Russian success ratio informative. American defensive technology tested under fire. Results mixed. Marketing claims versus battlefield reality. Gap between theory and practice. Systems work, but not magically. If you follow high-intensity air wars, type Skyfall. Afternoon brings relative quiet. No new strikes detected. Russia pauses operations. Possibly reloading. Maybe assessing damage. Ukrainian forces use lull for repositioning. Surviving Patriot batteries relocate to new positions. Decoy sites established. Electronic warfare assets deployed. Preparing for next wave. Because next wave definitely coming. Pattern established. Russia will strike again. Question is when and where. Skyfall Warfare predicts targets. Government buildings remain priority. Leadership elimination attempted. Infrastructure follows. Power, water, transportation, cripples civilian functionality. Force capitulation through suffering. Classic siege warfare adapted for missile age. Destroy from distance, no ground assault needed. Just rain hypersonics until resistance collapses. Ukraine refuses to collapse. Resilience proven repeatedly. But resilience has limits. Everyone breaks eventually. Under sufficient pressure, given enough time. Russia has time, has missiles, has willingness to destroy cities. Question becomes whether Ukraine has enough defense, enough interceptors, enough batteries, enough luck. Evening intelligence reports Russian bomber activity. MiG-31K aircraft returning to patrol zones. Kinzhal missiles loaded. Strike package assembling. Timing uncertain but intent clear. Next barrage approaching. Ukrainian air defense on maximum alert. Patriot batteries ready. Radar scanning. Interceptors loaded. Crews exhausted but functional. Waiting for launch detection. Knowing penetrations will occur. Accepting casualties as inevitable. Fighting anyway. This is modern air warfare. Skyfall Warfare documents every second. What breaks next in this conflict? Comment below. Possibilities include remaining Patriot batteries targeted directly, electrical grid systematically destroyed, water treatment facilities eliminated, transportation hubs annihilated, government buildings flattened, or civilian morale finally breaking under sustained bombardment. Everything vulnerable, nothing guaranteed safe. Missiles decide outcomes. Interceptors delay the inevitable. Can air defenses recover? Temporarily, yes. Western resupply helps. New batteries arrive eventually. Ammunition stocks replenished. Training continues. Equipment maintained. But recovery just resets the attrition cycle. Russia strikes again. Defenses degrade again. Resupply again. Endless loop. No permanent solution. Just sustained bleeding. Both sides locked in destructive embrace. Neither willing to yield. Escalation now unavoidable? Already happened. Kinzhal employment escalated conflict. Ukrainian response will escalate further. Possibly ATACMS strikes deeper into Russia. Maybe targeting Russian airfields hosting MiG-31K. Tit-for-tat destruction. Escalation ladder climbed rung by rung. Both sides ascending toward endpoint. Skyfall Warfare sees no ceiling. What target is next? Russian doctrine suggests systematic infrastructure destruction. Next wave likely targets remaining power stations. Eliminate electricity completely. Winter approaches. Cold becomes weapon. Population suffers without heat. Pressure on government increases. Alternatively, Russia may target ammunition depots, eliminate Patriot missile stockpiles, remove defensive capability at the source, force Ukraine to choose between now and later. Use interceptors today or save for tomorrow. Strategic dilemmas compound tactical problems. Ukraine, meanwhile, plans counterstrike. ATACMS packages prepared. Russian airbases targeted. Eliminate MiG-31K before they launch Kinzhals. Offensive defense strategy. Best defense is destroying the archer, not just the arrows. Strike deep. Make Russia pay. Mutual destruction accelerates. The sky falls on everyone. No sanctuary exists. Subscribe to Skyfall Warfare when the sky starts falling.